Listen, I want to say this. So, God just gave me something this morning. It made me feel real good. Look at my head. My head looks super much bigger than my body all of a sudden, bro. Look at this. What's going on, bro? Oh, it must be the camera, bro. My head look like it's super large. Ooh, wait. Ain't nothing wrong, man, I swear. Everything's the same, y'all. They doing that editing stuff, probably. Y'all quit. But anyway, I was just reading here to my Carmen Flame. I seen how you put your name in here. That was what was weird about it, y'all. We never met each other. We met each other in 2020. And we got the same, our names was pretty much spelled alike. We never met each other. I gotta tell you, mine was Tatavius. Tatavius, you know. But anyway, I seen how you got marked in this Bible. You said, now a great sign appeared in heaven. A woman clothed in the sun with the moon under her feet and on her head a garland of 12 stars. Then being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery dragon, having 7 heads and 7 horns and 7 diadems, stars of heaven, and threw them to the earth. And the dragon stood for the woman and was ready to give birth, to devour her child. As soon as it was born, she bore a male child who was to rule all over the nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up to God and the throne. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared for God, by God. Where she had a place prepared by God. So this is what I want to say to you, Shawty. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things. I don't know what the sure way is, but you know we got a job here to do. So you do it. And you know what? I know you got a great heart. I do. I know you got a great heart. Don't come over here though. Don't walk over here. I be wanting to say good stuff about you, but I'm scared you're gonna come over here. Don't bring your ass over here. But don't come over here. But I know you can do it. I feel like there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And whatever you are here to do, you know the right way that you can do it. I know it might be still dark though. I understand that. But I'm just saying, don't preserve your soul doing what you gotta do. You know you're a war angel. So preserve your soul. God didn't put us in these positions to lose our souls. He put us in these positions to do our job. That's what I'm trying to say. So preserve your soul at least. And if you ain't got your soul, go get it back. I think you still got it though. You got a great heart. I mean, there's a lot of good in you. You play that role, but you can't play it with me. I know you got a good heart. You ain't like them cash cows. Them things evil. Them things evil, bro. Hell, you got and all this extra shit. Oh, excuse my language, y'all. But them things pretty evil. And I know you're not like them cash cows. And my ass white, you and my ass white, y'all need to clean it up, bro. Go. My head white, your heart. I hope you unsearing your heart. I don't know what's wrong with you. I haven't seen you in 6 years or heard from you. I forgive and forgave y'all though. The flame really just, you did your job when it came to this situation. Just make sure you do it right by God though. think. I don't know. They saying I'm wrong about that. I don't know. You probably didn't. But if you didn't, you need to start doing it right. No, you didn't. You flunked that test in here with me, didn't you? What I'm tripping on. Yeah, you need to get that right. You need to get that right. You don't want to lose what you got going on over there. You got it going on over there, shawty. It ain't nothing on this earth worth you losing that. I'm telling you. You got it going on with God where you had it going on with God. I don't know where you stand at with God now. But when we were together, you got it going on over there. You got it going on over there. You know, I wouldn't screw that up. I wouldn't screw that up. I wouldn't screw that up with God. I don't know how to say this to y'all girls. Y'all girls so bad, man. I don't know how to say this without saying disrespectful. Y'all just bad. Your job is dark though. The flame. My ex-wife, I don't know what got into you. Just say y'all soul, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Man, I was in these streets, man. I preserved my soul. That's probably the hardest thing Tupac could have said. Tupac wrote one song, he said something. Then he said, I'm trying to do all this, but I'm trying to do all this at the same time, preserve my soul. Man, that was when he said that. When he said that, that killed everything he done rap about. Bro, it's hard to be in the street and preserve your soul. It's hard to come up out here and preserve your soul. It take only a man and only a woman can do it. Cause you're gonna turn down so much. You gonna believe it or not, you can be in these streets, the darkest in these streets, and stand with God. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm gonna start talking to my street people. I'm gonna stop talking to them cows, them whatever they got going on out there. I'm gonna stop dealing with all that for a while. Cause that's an illusion, y'all. At the end of the day, we have to go home and have a family life and live a family life and learn how to see and learn what family life. We can't do it living our life on these sites and all that stuff, on these socials. That's a job, you know. That's how some of us, I don't get no income off of it, but that's how some of us get income. But at the end of the day, we gotta go home. We got a home. Y'all do, you know. You got a family. You got stuff you gotta tend to. You gotta be in relationships with God. But the beautiful thing about building a relationship with God is when you standing, when Pop said that, preserve my soul, he basically saying, preserve my soul, he basically saying, do that while y'all working on social media and all that, man. I'm talking to everybody on social media, people who own social media. Y'all, this ain't your soul ain't no joke. I'm telling you, the best thing that made me the hardest in my whole life, that I did not want to make that decision in, but I made that decision in when I was young. Because I knew by making that decision when I was young, I wasn't going to get nowhere in them streets when it comes to money. I got ranking, but I didn't make no money because of the decision I made. And I made the decision to preserve my soul. So I really didn't I really didn't entertain, I really didn't get involved in certain activities that came with the streets. But I did other things because I ain't had no choice. I had to get money, I had to eat. You know, I was too young to work. I did other things that helped me evolve in such a way in the street. And I did all that by preserving my soul. And I never thought in a million years it would make me as strong as a man as it did today. It would make me a stand-up guy, you know, a person not scared of people, you know. And when you're in the street, your fears, your deepest fears when it comes down to actuality, real life, reality, normally comes from the street. You know, you get past the illusions. And I ain't talking about no fictional stuff, no stuff that's in your head. I'm talking about real stuff that can hurt you. Anything can happen in the street. Body snatching, cannibalism, all that stuff can happen in the streets because it can get that dark. People go hungry for that long, you know. All that stuff can happen back in the days, in a way, you know. you know, and just to be able to live through stuff like that. And thankfully that wasn't never that bad here, but when I went to another city, one of my brothers told me a story, you know, and it got pretty bad on his block. I don't even want to talk about that shit. I don't know why I'm cussing, y'all. The guy gave me some good information. I found out what war angel, part of what war angel I am. I feel pretty good about that right there. I kind of knew it, but I'm glad I know it now. I think I passed the test last night. This shit, I knew y'all wasn't gonna play me, bro. I've been in this vessel, bro. And my vessel tells me stuff. I wasn't feeling it. Yeah. My vessel tells me stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got a few gifts I ain't told nobody, but it's irrelevant to the world. It don't hurt nobody. It's just for me, really. This angelic gifts. I know y'all sit here picking on, y'all like picking on angels. Listen, y'all. I can show y'all in a realistic. You can put the wings on and fake everything, however y'all want to do it. But I can show y'all the difference in angels in human form. Angels, demons, and humans. I can show you. I've been around monsters my whole life. There's certain things they got going for themselves. I can come out here and tell anybody in the world, you know you're an angel, right? You know what I'm saying? I can look at them now. Like people can look at people and tell they ancients. Certain people can look at people and tell what bloodline they in. Like, no offense, but white folk can tell that about black folk. You know what I'm saying? They can look at them and tell, they can tell more about your history than you can. I guess it came with slavery or something, I don't know, but they don't tell that secret. So it's just certain things I can tell too, just from dealing with this kind of energy my whole life. I should tell just from looking at humans. I ain't talking about wings and all the stuff that y'all got going on out there. I'm talking about I can look at different humans. You can be 3 different humans right here. I can tell which one an angel, which one a human, and which one a demon. I can't sometimes tell which demon and which angel, what devil and what angel it is, but I can tell which one an angel, which one a human, which one a demon. They give out certain symptoms, these stuff is out there though, y'all. It's an ancient tablet. What y'all won't read, you keep telling people it's of the devil. You need to go on somewhere. I don't even play with nobody like y'all, but y'all scared of knowledge and you trying to keep our people down. But anyway, and then you got some secrets in your closet that's really wickedly evil. But I'm gonna keep that to myself. I ain't even gonna go there with you. I'm gonna let my ancestors take care of you. But don't be dumbing down my people on nothing around me. I advise a lot of y'all to switch site, go on somewhere else. I'm trying not to turn y'all house into a thunder now. Because y'all wrong for the way y'all do stuff. You keep trying to keep us dumbed down so you can buy a little house and buy a little that. Y'all better get up out my energy, bro. Get up out my energy with that. I don't feel that. I don't feel nothing about that. I don't feel y'all don't feel nothing like that. Y'all cash cows, bro. Keep telling y'all cash cows. And then y'all bring me closer and closer. Think I really, you know. But it's alright though. It's part of the plan. It's part of God's plan. I just want y'all to watch how God keep me up. No matter what y'all do to me out there, watch how God keep me strong. That's what I'm trying to tell my flame. You can be cool as hell doing what you're doing, even though you in the dark and you probably got to play that role of the dark. You can use that dark to make you the light in the dark, y'all. I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know your purpose in life. You know what you got going on. You know what you're here to do. You knew I was your flame before I knew you was my flame. So, you know what you gotta do. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, ain't no hate, but don't bring your ass over here though. Ain't got no hate for you, man. I think you're kind of cool, but don't come over here though. Please don't bring your ass over here. And don't call me neither. But don't bother me, y'all. Don't bother me, y'all. I ain't feeling a lot of stuff going on right now. Not you, but in per se. But I'm just not feeling a lot of stuff that's going on in the atmosphere right now. But you cash cow. You just keep playing the game you're supposed to play. You know, keep doing what you're supposed to do. What God got you here to do, I don't know. Well, God ain't got you here to do be no cash cow at all. But don't be dumbing down my people and just to write off your cash cow ways. This is what you lucky I don't want to tell the truth. I mean, you lucky I can't. Let me just hush. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get on my head. So many cash cows. You know, when God told me about cash cows, when you hear cash cows, I don't know why I kept saying 3. Like just 3 of y'all, but it's a whole lot of y'all. Y'all out here hurting y'all own people, you know. But anyway, like I was saying, back to what I was saying, social media, y'all, you can do all this stuff and still preserve your soul. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this stuff take your soul away. Like that little commercial that like coming on. When they say this, you're not ready for this. I'm ready to go to heaven when I die. I'm ready to go to heaven when I die. I don't know what kind of games y'all got playing and going on, but boy, I preserved my soul in these streets in such a way, it made me be able to stand on my feet in anything. You won't put me on my knees, you can't get me on my knees. I'm not getting on my knees. I'm earning all these different bones from my Father God, these spectacular bones. Y'all don't even know what that is. I'm talking about gifted bones, ancient of all ancient bones. I'm talking about God is giving me and wrapping me in gifts that ain't nothing social media. You can't, listen, if somebody owned the whole world, everything but my piece of property, and they came here and said, I give you everything in the world. Everything in the world, because once you got everything in the world, you got everybody in the world. I give you all the land in the world. I tell him, man, you better get up out of here. All he want me to do is just, you know, they ain't gonna tell you, oh, they need you to do to see it. So that's what y'all be talking. Y'all be on that crazy stuff. Nah, he gonna say, I give you everything in the world if you just do this for me. That's how that works. If you be a cash cow. That's how that works. If you put this in this person's house and monitor this person, that's how that works. Because you probably monitoring God's child. You ain't got no business doing that. You probably hurting God's child. You ain't got no business hurting nobody. You probably boxing up God's child. That's what I'm saying. That's how you really lose your soul. It ain't gonna come at this fictional stuff y'all got going on. If you just do this, I give you the whole world for your soul. It'll never be like that. Never in a million years. It won't ever be in your dream like that. The devil, Satan, will never come up to you like that. So remember that, everybody out there. I used to lose sleep at night thinking about that as a child. Satan would never come up to you. Never, ever come up to you. Ever come up to you and tell you, I give you the whole world if you give me your soul. That's the joke in it. You can lose your soul so many different ways without hearing Satan say, and if you give me your soul. I ain't never heard such a thing. You gotta know how to move out here. You gotta know when to move out here, where to move out here. And you gotta know your place. And you gotta know your position. And pick your spots. And you gotta hold it down the right way. So what I'm trying to tell you, the street folks out here, it's a good and a bad way to do things. It's a dark and a light and everything. And I somehow figured out how to be the light in the dark at a young age. And I hope that helps somebody out there.